Okay.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Oddvice, a podcast where we talk about everything going on in our lives. My name is Kristen McAtee.
And I'm Alex Coe.
And this is
Reaper Search. And I'm Leanna Jernigan.
These are our two very best friends since literally 2003 and even before some of us. And we're in Joshua Tree right now. And I do want to point out, I know we only have 2 mics because we ordered 2 more and then I ordered the cords separately and it was an Amazon package, which like I thought it'd be fine to get fucking delivered. But we are so remote
in the middle
right now
of nowhere
that it literally said package undeliverable. You will be refunded in 3 to 5 days. So we're just working with
share.
2 mics. So sorry about that.
If you hear a gremlin, it's my French bulldog.
French bulldog.
My Frenchie. So we're in Joshua Tree for Bree's 28th birthday.
Woo!
We've been here since Thursday. We got her Thursday.
Yeah. Feels like we've been here 6 months.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
We feel like we've made it a home. Like we came in here, the fridge is stocked. We've fully like unpacked. We've been here for so long.
We've done laundry.
We've done laundry every day.
We're literally like, this is our
We've
house
taken
now.
over.
we've even contemplated like what life would be like if we actually lived here.
Yeah. The first day we were like, I feel like we could do this. Like we could live here.
Buy
and then
a house and we'll just all live here and hot tub every night together.
right. But then last night we were sitting in the hot tub and we were like, we couldn't do this. We would go crazy.
I know.
We'd
I
be
would
out of
lose
our
my
minds.
mind.
Yep.
I would completely like get so used to it that I would forget about the other parts of society. Mm-hmm. And this
We'd
is
be in
just
a
me.
bubble.
I'm not like shitting on this area at all. I wish I could be so calm-minded to be able to thrive in such like a still environment. Like I think that's
Right.
something like so beautiful that a human could do, but I could not fucking do it. I'd go mad.
Yep.
I'd go mad, bro.
So we're actually going to hop into it pretty quick here because usually we give you guys like a rundown of what we've been up to and then we hop into a topic, but our topic today is like what we've been up to. So we just want to get right into it. We're going to do what we're wearing and our song of the day.
With guests, this
With
feels
guests.
like a treat.
I
This
know
feels so
earlier I was
special.
like, ladies, start thinking of your song of the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When we were all packing for the trip, we were like, make sure you guys pack cute socks.
Yep.
Like we knew it was gonna be cute.
It's actually funny though. I guess I'll start. I'm not wearing socks. I'm
Okay.
hiding. So I'll let you
Way to
guys
kick
think
it off.
about my corns.
Hey, way to kick it off. You know?
Way to kick it off with no
Foot,
socks.
junk,
Feet.
vagina.
Feet.
Someone laughed.
I'm wearing this really cute skirt that I got in London actually at a thrift store. It's just like this funky print, super colorful. And then I got this, I think this is Bershka. It's just like this like vest,
Vest.
like double button vest thing that I like. Oh, and the bottom button always pops open because my tatas. Yeah, no socks. Oh, and this really cute headband that I've been wearing every day and I'm obsessed with because I feel like it's the only thing that makes my short hair look cute.
Sweatpants are the only thing that fits me well.
Literally same energy.
Second grade teacher.
Yeah, so
Sexy teacher.
thank you. I've been wearing like this skirt and headband combo and I've been feeling like what's the Magic School Best Teacher?
Frizzle.
Miss Frizzle. And I feel like it's bringing out a different energy in me and it feels a little more me.
Very wholesome.
Yeah, I feel like I like it. All right, let me pass the baton.
I am wearing this sweater dress. No, not a sweater dress. Sweater two-piece from Fashion Nova. And then I had to borrow some of Bree's socks
Shumis. They're from Amazon.
because all of my socks were like blow pop and candies and it just didn't go with the vibe. So that is what I'm currently wearing.
I'm wearing a good old OG tank dress, but it's good American and it's like scuba suit and super flattering, so soft. It's like a Lions but a dress. It's
like
everything.
almost nicer. I have the Skims dress
Yeah,
and I like that better.
really.
Like Chloe's coming for
they're
Kim's
just
bag.
different. Like
Right.
Skims is ribbed. This is just like more
Like spandexy.
spandexy. Like it can be super sleek, but it could be like sporty too.
Right.
And braids by Alex.
Yeah, I braided it up this morning.
And then I got on my cherry socks from ASOS.
Cherry.
Yeah.
I'm wearing shorts from White Fox Boutique. I've got these literally last summer. Just some OG, a little bit longer than like booty shorts. And then my socks from Teddy Fresh that I actually think I've worn for the past 4 episodes.
Yeah, you've at
I
least
washed
worn
them.
something Teddy Fresh.
Yes.
Like
I
you're a
love
Teddy Fresh queen.
Oh, so cute. They're such good
You should
quality.
hit him up and see if you could do a collab.
I would fucking love to. That's a dream. If you're watching, hey. And then the same thing I always wear, my Skims. It's like a sports bra, but like cotton. So it's kind of like a crop top. I don't know. Bralette. Okay, song of the days.
Song of the days. Oh, also,
Kardashians sponsor us now.
Fuck yeah. All Kardashian.
also we just ate a little piece of magic chocolate.
Oh yeah, that too. So
So-
if you notice an alter in the vibe.
crazy.
In about 20 cool minutes.
Okay, song of the day. I'm gonna kick it off. I'm gonna do "Pool House" by the Backseat Lovers.
I don't think I've heard that.
I think I played it yesterday.
Oh, really?
Probably recognize it. We can't
Probably
play
don't
it, though.
remember. Probably went right past me.
My song of the day is Queen by Lottie. It's capital Loti, and it's just came on the aux like a shuffle yesterday. Super vibey, like islandy, not house, but I don't know. But it's about kind of housey, just yeah, fire. Check it out.
My song of the day is Bad Decisions by Houston Kendrick. The first time I ever heard his music and his voice, I had to like dive in and play every single song. And I am obsessed with him. He's so underrated. He's not that well known, but his music is amazing. I don't know how to explain it. Like there's so many different layers to it. His voice is insane. His falsetto is amazing. Check him out.
Do you feel like it's like one of those songs that are like multiple genres in one?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes. I think he lives in Nashville or Tennessee. And he's just a vibe. Like everything about him is a vibe.
I don't know if I've heard it. Have I heard it?
Yeah, I played it
I've
yesterday.
heard it. Okay, I've heard it.
Yeah. Baby, I wanna make a bad, 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 bad decision.
I don't remember yesterday. It was a blur.
Okay, my song of the day is Midnight Special by Jimmy Smith.
Fallon.
Yes.
Damn near.
It's literally 10 minutes long. So if you're in that kind of mood, play it. Bree put it on when we were in the hot tub.
It's very jazzy.
Yes. Very jazzy instruments. It's a good listen.
We were sitting on the hot tub for what felt like 4 hours and probably 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And we had it playing. And it was one of those songs that I didn't notice it was playing until like 5 minutes in. And I was like, are we listening to it on repeat? But it was a vibe and it was warm outside. We had Modelo's. Like,
Literally
such a vibe yesterday.
drinking Modelo's, and we were like, should we get Modelo tattoos?
No.
Especial tattoos. We're getting
We
them.
might.
No, 100%.
Honestly, I want to do both. I want that, and then I want the dice.
I'm down. We were also saying dice because we've been playing hella Farkle.
Yeah.
If you've never played Farkle,
The way that we find any reason to get a tattoo.
I had a water the other day and I'm gonna get H2O tattooed now. Like that's
I'm gonna get Dasani tattooed.
We've been playing Connect 4, so I'm going to get a Connect 4 tattoo.
Oh my god, no! Any excuse to get a tattoo, I'll just fucking do it. What?
Pictionary.
Oh wait, no, Categories.
Categories.
God, that was the first time I ever played it. That game is fun. That's like a good airport game when you don't have service.
Yep.
Or airplane game.
Yeah. So, okay. If you've been listening from the jump, you know that we have in episode, I think it was like beginning of season 2.
Yeah.
Our creepy Airbnb story. And if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it because apparently me and Kristen are cursed
Fuck,
with
man.
Airbnbs.
Seriously.
Like, so we're here obviously at an Airbnb. It's not really a backyard. We're surrounded by like a fenced in land. And
I think we're on 3 acres.
3 acres.
Yep.
And we got here and it was already dark out. So we went into the hot tub. My head was on a swivel because I didn't know where the fences ended. And I felt like it was pitch black. There's no
We got
lights.
here at night, so we didn't know like anything around us.
Yeah, we didn't know the area at all. So when we woke up the next day, we like walked around, got a good lay of the land. But our second night, crazy shit went down.
So we were sitting, if you're on visual, you can see right now, we kind of have the kitchen behind us. And over there, we have the dining room table. And I was sitting facing the wall. And to the right is the sliding glass door that you can see back there. And the blinds were open. Again, it was pitch black outside. We didn't even have that exterior light on. And I see from the corner of my right eye, a white figure go by. And at that same point, you were sitting across from me.
Yes, we were in like a heated game of Farkle.
Heated.
Like we were in
No, I wasn't on the board, guys. Quick side note, you have to get to 10,000 to win. They were all in like the 6s. I still wasn't even at my buy-in of 1,000 to even get on the fucking board. Like, it's not my game. Anyway, go on.
Yes, so we're in this heated game of Farkle, and I see her do this.
And like I was like,
She didn't say anything, but I could read her face. Like she was like, "What the hell was that?" And I didn't say anything, but then the lights flickered inside the house, and we all went. And then Kristen said it.
So it flickered, and that's obviously all they noticed. And I was like, okay, I'm only saying this because the shit just flickered. I did just see something white walk by. We all spring the fuck up. Brie goes, grab the knives.
Grab the knives.
Literally the whole fucking set. We go to the furthest room in the back of the house, and we waited it out. I do want to preface though, because I already know people are gonna say it. I know we ate magic chocolates, but this was the end of the night.
Yeah.
We weren't, and we were chill the whole day. Like, it wasn't like we were like, like we wouldn't be sitting here right now if that were the case. It wasn't like hallucinations. Like, it wasn't that point anymore. And I really do want to preface that, because when we get to later in our hypothesis of what we think happened, I want people to believe it. I do.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. And I also think like the amount that we did ingest, it was a very small amount, so it wasn't like hallucinogenic.
We never, not at any point during the day did we see anything. Like, no.
So we're all sitting in the room. I'm shaking. Like, I lose all of the heat in my body. Like, I've never experienced that before. I got fully cold. My my feet were blue. I was so shaking. I couldn't get you described it as like.
So it's your nervous system trying to self-regulate. A lot of animals do this in the wild, like when they're getting chased by like a lion or some shit. Once they get to safety, they vibrate for X amount of minutes to literally shake off the adrenaline and process the adrenaline through your whole like parasympathetic system and regulate.
Guys, I was doing that for at least an hour and a half, and I was tripping. Like, I was really scared.
Yeah, it was really trippy. But then so the Airbnb has a Ring camera in the front, but obviously we saw something in the back. But I asked the Airbnb owner if they picked up anything on the front, and my fucking Airbnb app goes down, and we thought someone like cut the Wi-Fi. It was so sketch, but they didn't. We finally called the police, and it took 45 minutes to get here. We're like, we have a gate, so you have to like open it to get in, and they swore that they would call us when they got here so that we could open the gate. And then all of a sudden we hear just like banging on the door. No words, no one's speaking, just banging on the door. And it's funny because earlier in the night we were like, if someone comes to the door and they don't, or if they say they're the police, are we going to believe them? Like, that's something anybody could say for us to open the door.
At one point too, we were like listening. Of course, we were with the Frenchie too, so we were like trying to like focus and like hear things outside. And so I had an idea to like play my car alarm. To, like, if there was someone outside, like that would scare them away. Hopefully, I don't know. But I did that, and then we were waiting for the cop, and I thought I heard someone walking by to the left of the house, and I didn't say anything because I thought it was also me moving. And it was hard to hear. And then all of a sudden the banging happened, and I was like, oh my God, they didn't announce themselves. Yeah. No. So I literally thought, I was like, holy shit, this is like the scary movies that we watch on TV. So finally on the second knock, they're like, sheriff department. I'm like, thanks for the heads up, guys. You just made our hearts drop.
Right
like,
before they got there, we'd also heard, we all heard this one. We heard like a boom outside.
Yeah.
And what it ended up being was they hopped over the fence. So they searched the perimeter before they came to the door. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the stuff we were hearing was them walking around. Which, why would they do that?
Yeah, they know we're scared.
We're here. You're safe. We're going to walk the perimeter.
Yep. I think they did it though, because if there was somebody here, like,
they wouldn't want to scare them away.
Yeah. And they totally would have. If they came to the door first, that gives someone a chance to mob off. Yeah. Sure.
Let me back up a little bit. So I called the cops, and we're out in Joshua Tree. So technically it's San Bernardino County Sheriff. I got transferred like 4 times before we could even get on the phone with a dispatcher. So I called 911, and they answered and said, what's your emergency? And I start talking, and she goes, okay, hold on. Let me transfer you. And I'm sitting here like, okay, if someone's actually trying to break in right now and I'm getting transferred on 911, like,
it's like bad music, like elevator music.
No, seriously. And the fact that it took them 45 minutes, and on top of it, the first dispatcher that I was on the line with, she was really good. And then I got transferred, and I start retelling my story, and the girl goes, sorry, they transferred you to the wrong line. Let me retransfer you. And I was like, okay. So I tell my story for the third fucking time. And when I'm telling it, the third girl, she was asking questions that like made me feel like we were being silly. And I kept just saying, we don't feel safe. And like, that should be alarming to someone, right? When you're calling 911?
100%. At what point, like, I bet 911 getting called all the time. Kids do it. A lot of the times it's not anything crazy, but like we can't always assume that it's one of those times. Like, especially she was a woman too. And like, we're saying like, we're sitting here with 4 women in a house in the middle of fucking nowhere. And you're not going to like have a little bit of urgency that we're just simply not feeling safe. It was definitely a shitty moment of like, ugh,
Like, come on. Like,
thanks, Obama.
Yeah. For real.
at first, I think she misunderstood because we said someone walked by and then the lights flickered and she thought that it was like outdoor lights.
Right.
Yeah.
So that one, no problem. But she kept trying to clarify that specific thing. And we're like, no, it flickered inside the house. We saw someone outside the house. So it was like, she just wasn't getting it. But I think that's what she thought. She's like, oh, do you have like, what is it called?
Sensor lights?
Yeah, sensor lights. And we're like, no, you're not getting it. So
But
I
then
think
she's like, well, then you saw someone walk by and lights flickered at the same time, like AKA somebody walking by didn't do that. So we felt dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. She just made us feel like
Yeah.
silly for even calling in the first place. And when the cops came in, first of all, you guys know me and my hot cops. No, they were so hot. They came in and they were like, do you want to, I think we had like questioned if we wanted to walk around with them. And I was like, no shot. We're going to walk around out there. Yeah. But there was one cop who literally like stepped in and was like, yes, you guys probably aren't from here, but like weird shit happens in the desert all the time. Like it could be anything. You're out in the middle of nowhere, but like you are generally in a good patch. So he definitely made us like feel better.
I don't know. He said we're in a good area, but he's like, but you're in the desert. There's crazy people and crazy things happen all the time. I'm like,
right. You left us a little wishy-washy.
Yeah.
with a little smirk.
Yeah.
I was like,
well, do you guys have like a number I can call so you can come back if something happens? He's like, nope, you got to go through the same thing again.
Yeah.
so the Airbnb ended up being great.
5 stars.
Yes, 5 stars. False alarm, kind of. Not a false alarm. Wrong thing. But the Airbnb didn't turn out to be a disaster.
It didn't. It was just like also the fact that Alex and I have already had like a freaky story with another Airbnb. So that night we did end up sleeping okay. Like we all calmed down after the cops left and we slowed down, went to bed. And before bed, so I'm sharing a room with Leanna and then Brie and Alex. And Leanna and I just kind of said a little prayer to the universe and to our spirit guides and to our grandmothers, like just for some protection. And I also asked my spirit guides, as I do often, for clarity in my dreams. I was like, just like, tell me what's up. That night I had one of the most vivid alien dreams I've had since I was a fucking child. I was like, okay, spirit guides, thank you. I understand. And it was, we were here and we were out in the backyard and
For it to be this setting too.
right.
Like
No,
we're
like
in this house.
I'm not confused anymore.
No.
I'm not. So in the dream, we're here, we go outside and it was like kind of sunset lighting, these big white orbs. Like, and when I say big, I mean like bigger than the Eiffel Tower, like probably like the Burj Khalifa, like tallest building in the world, big, only because that's all I can fathom in my brain. Like I can't even begin to tell you how big they were. And they were just rolling like slow, all in a line around the property, just like vroom, vroom,
and
vroom.
we've been hearing noises like that
Yeah,
here
like,
during the day. Random like big like
me
whoosh.
doing it.
Yeah. Sorry, do it again.
Wait, do you remember that car commercial? It was like for like a mechanic, and
Yes,
she was like,
yes.
"My car." They're like, "What sound is your car making?" She's like, "Ding, ding, 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 ding." And it's all of them on the phone, like trying to describe, like
Such a
it's
good commercial.
Such a good commercial. But yes, I was pretty spot on. Seriously, it did sound like that. Anyway, back to the dream. These big like orbs were circling, but we weren't too scared. But we were like in that dream, we did know what it was. Like we were all confident in like what had happened. And then last night I had another dream where there was this like really big black hole in the sky and it was sucking things up. Like it was like daylight like this and the black hole was like sucking things, buildings, cars, all that into it, like a vacuum. But I think we were in LA. It wasn't out here. That might have just been like a silly dream, but I never write off my dreams like that. I don't know.
No, also
it was what it was.
last night before we went to bed,
Oh
Kristen
my God.
and I were laying in bed watching TikToks, and all of a sudden there's this bright light that just shines into the room.
What?
We
Yeah.
didn't tell you this?
No.
Alex, like not like not like a direct light, not like a flashlight, not like a car light, like a
sky lit up.
yes, but into our room. Like it was still like a focused beam of light, but it was
What the
it wasn't
fuck?
from like a bulb.
We go,
Shaky.
No,
I know.
We freaked out.
yeah, we looked at each other, we're like, so what do we do?
I fully stood up and went to the window. Like I just went to it. That was my reaction, was to go to it. And then I was just like, look back at Leanna.
No.
We just looked
twice.
Yeah, it was like a bit like a flash, like boom, and then that was it. Like if it was a car, because you can circle a car around on this side, it wasn't though, because then we would have seen
the car
it.
goes that way though. It wouldn't have gone into our window.
Yeah, and it would have like. Well, what I'm saying is like how the cops pulled in,
Right.
Like we would have.
They parked on the street and just walked, because that's like there's cactuses and plants everywhere. You can't pull in.
Okay. So it wasn't a car. It also we would have seen it turn around if
I would have heard it.
Yes.
I didn't hear. It was silent
It was
still,
silent.
but it was lights.
Yeah. So we looked at each other. We're like, so what do we do? Like, just go to bed.
Go to bed now, I guess. And
See it? I passed out like immediately.
well, you guys, your window's on the other side. Your your back wall is what would have been hit.
And we were watching Bridesmaids.
I knew. I said that. I heard it, and I was like, they're for sure watching Bridesmaids.
I said Pitch Perfect.
Oh my god.
Wait, which part did you hear?
I don't really remember if I heard like a scene. I was just like, no, it's Bridesmaids.
Oh my god, that's so
That's
funny. I
fucking
fell asleep
crazy.
so quick though.
Yes, you did. The flash of white light, that's what my sister had. My sister has alien dreams all the time, as you guys probably know. And when she had her alien dream when she was pregnant with Oliver, it was before she even knew it was like a boy. Same thing. She was sleeping on a couch like this, facing a window because she was nannying. It was actually where she was sleeping in the dream, one of those dreams, and a big white light like that went through, and she woke up with a bloody nose and then found out she was having a boy that day.
Oh my god. And the fact that the cop prefaced weird shit happens in the desert, like they know. Locals know that shit happens around here.
Yeah, that was got our adrenaline before bed a little bit.
100%. And it made a good story time.
Yeah.
And now, honestly, like now that at least I feel confident in what it is, I'm not going to say I know what it is, because sure, there's always room for error. I'm not as scared of it.
Yeah, we were like out last night on the property. Like I wasn't scared at all, just because I don't know. I just feel more comfortable now.
Even then too, we just came to the realization, like, if someone wanted to get us, they would.
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah. That first night my head, like I said, my head was on a swivel, but we went out last night and made s'mores. We had a fire going, dancing around the fire a little bit. And I feel like we were fine. Mm-hmm. We knew that if anything crazy were to happen,
We'd put up a fight.
we would put up a fight. You can't take us down.
Nope.
Okay, so we put on our Instagram stories little pictures of us four. We have like a good amount of pictures of us four when we were little that I love like looking back on. But we put up like a box where you guys can submit questions for us to answer. So we're going to go through some of those. This was good. Someone said the specifics of girl code. What is girl code to you guys?
To me, I think it's pretty simple. Like, treat each other with respect and don't do anything to them that I wouldn't want them to do to me.
Yeah, I think being loyal and truthful and honest with your best friends is the most important thing.
Yep.
Like if I were to ever see like my best friend's boyfriend or someone like doing some shady
yeah.
shit, immediately I'm gonna tell her. Like I don't care. Also, like I feel like this is a big one for people's girl code. It depends on your relationship with your friends. But like obviously like their boyfriends or ex-boyfriends.
Off limits.
Off limits. Like
Fall
Alex and
back.
I have a different, like we have an agreement. Alex and I,
Just a little disclaimer.
but like it's different between Alex and I and like Brie. Like,
We've, like,
but we've
hooked
never
up-
had boyfriends. It would never be a boyfriend.
Not like romantic. Never like a romantic
No,
connection. We would cross over.
However, Leanne and I did date the same guy at the same time in 5th grade. JT.
Justin Timberlake.
Timberlake. He went to our middle school.
But yeah, I think it's just like what works for you and your friends. You just got to talk about it. Communication.
100%. I also think just unconditional support is something I really value, and something like I will give you guys till the end of time. And whatever it is, like they want to go try something new, like I'm going to fucking hype them up, or start dating a new guy. Like I'm going to support you if you're happy. Like it doesn't matter how I feel about them. Obviously to an extent, if they're a fucking serial killer, like I'm going to tell you, but like just support.
Yep.
And no matter what.
I think you guys all said like the basis
Yeah,
of
what
it.
they I think a big thing too is just like, well, this isn't girl code. We'll get into it in a sec. I saw another question. How have y'all stayed friends so long, and how do you keep your relationship strong? That's what I was kind of getting to here, is just like we make it. I mean, we're in Joshua Tree right now, and we all live in different cities.
Yes.
Well, Alex and I live together, but like you guys know what I mean.
Literally
make
across
a
the
point
country.
to fucking see each other.
Yep.
That's such a big thing. And like, I feel like we've gotten so much better at it. Like, Brie used to live in Oregon for a few years and we were all in LA, and it was so hard being away from you so much. And we only came and saw you one time, and that never felt good. Like, I feel like we had an imbalance for a minute of like making it a fucking point to see each other.
Right.
And I feel like we got so much better at it now.
Yeah. And I think one thing that I noticed, especially on this trip, is I'm constantly learning things from like both of you. I feel like it's a lot easier for me and Kristen to like have this everyday like relationship, but I feel like I'm constantly like learning new things about you, and like we keep the relationship fresh, and we're
God, we sound like a married couple.
no, I know,
all of
but
us.
like it's important. Like this morning we sat here and we talked about like how you eat off the plate, and like we always ask like what's your guys' favorite thing, and like I feel like especially since we've all evolved since we became friends when we were in like elementary school, things change, and like it's nice to keep up with those parts of each other, and like it's important to know those bits of each other.
And I think too, like obviously everyone outside of us, like if you're looking into your own friendships, like not everyone, like say your friend lives in Europe, like you don't have the funds to do that. Like making an effort to, it's a phone call, like a phone call, a FaceTime, a message, a text, like something that makes you think of them. Like you're always like connected to them in that way. So it doesn't always have to be a visit if your friends are far or if you don't have the money, but like just making an effort to communicate is huge. Like, oh my God, I just saw this freaking candy at the store and it reminded me of you. Like that, those little things of like thoughtfulness make people like,
You're good at that.
Yeah.
I'm bad at that. I feel
struggle
like,
really bad with that too.
I just feel like, not to make an excuse, that sometimes I get busy and I don't reach out as much, but no matter what, like we're always connected.
Yeah.
And we see each other and it's good. And it's the same thing. Like,
yeah.
we're good.
I think it's everyone's different too. Like you do things to make us feel that way in a different way.
Yeah.
And like that's
we all
my
have our
little
different
thing.
languages,
Yeah, like it's
for
different.
sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's something to really remember, especially in adult friendships and long distance friendships. Busyness is going to happen. And as you get older, as we all know, it's like you start working, we're all working different jobs, different hours, and don't take it personal. Like it was a weird adjustment. I feel like in our early 20s, I was like, what? Like we all can't talk all the fucking time. Like, no, you're adults now. And things change like that. So something to expect in adult friendships.
Right. And as long as you guys are able to get together, even like every 6 months or once a year, that is once a year, but, and like
Every 365 days.
and like the connection in the relationship is still there, and like you can pick up where you left off. Like that's what's important.
I also think, what was I going to say? Oh, like we all have the connection of like, Kristen picks up on this very well too. Like say we don't talk for a little while, but like you're picking up on a vibe.
All
and
the time.
like,
Yeah. She's always like, oh my God, I had a dream about you. Are you
Yes.
okay? And I'm like, actually, fuck, I'm going through it right now.
Yes.
Like, yeah. She's really
Yes.
insane.
It's
Because
crazy.
I love you guys too. Like,
Yeah.
I pick up on it.
Our
I love you.
energies.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think too, like that goes into the like thoughtfulness. Like if something pops into your brain, like maybe it's for a reason, send a little text or like Kristen did that to me the other day. Hey, I think you're sad. Or like, hey, I picked up on something. Are you sad? I'm like, not really, but I had a little moment the other day, you know? So it's like, she's really good at that. So I feel like just even those little thoughts could be for a reason. So just check up on them. It's just a text. Even if you have to text them 3 times in a row, they're busy. It's okay. It's like not middle school anymore where you're like, oh my God, they're going to hate me. Am I obsessed with them? Like, it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
They're going to think I'm crazy. I'm obsessed with them.
Oh, no, you guys thinking I'm crazy went out the window and like,
Yeah.
05. I was like,
That's
just gotta
another
get used
thing.
to
Like
it.
you guys know every single part. Like we all know our flaws, each other's flaws. Like we don't hide anything from each other is what I'm trying to say. Like we all have different facets of one another, and like we're not afraid to show those like parts of us and be vulnerable about them too.
I also just want to go back to the other question as well, because when Kristen and I dated the same guy, Kristen got the ultimate, like, what do I call that? Because she dated his best friend after. Revenge.
Yeah. So we started we started dating JT at the same time, and then he ended it with me and just wanted to be with Leanna, which I understand. It's okay. We're cool now. But then literally 2 years later, tops, I got with his best friend.
I damn near think it was like a couple months.
Okay.
No,
Was it?
because
Actually?
because it was
I
fifth
don't
grade.
remember. I'm so bad at
Fifth
that.
grade. And then I was still with JT in 6th grade, and you got with
Jay.
Jay. Jay. She got with Jay, and that was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's another funny thing to point out is like we all have very specific tastes in men, but like all so hot.
Also hot, also different. But I know no matter what, the men we end up with are going to be homies.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and that's
yeah.
a big standard too. Like any guy that I bring around, if he's not vibing with y'all, like it immediately turns me off to the guy.
Nope.
I literally won't even like go on a second date with a guy if I can't imagine him hanging out with my friends.
Yes.
Like, no, that comes first.
Yeah.
I feel like in a way, having that filter when you are dating, if your friends are super, super important to you, which I'm assuming, that's also like a good way to nurture your friendships is like, I value you guys, and I'm not going to put something in my life to tear us apart.
Right.
Even if it's love, if it tears us apart, it's not the right love for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I know it's funny.
Like, imagine if we were the friend group that like fist fought. Like, I'm gonna say that we got a couple questions about whether or not we fight, and we're just like not that.
No.
Like, if we have a issue with one another, like we'll go to them directly. But there's like I know there's friend groups out there like who full on fist fight each
Throwing
other, like
bows.
throw hands. We could never. We're
I'm not
just
gonna put a
not
hand on
that friend group.
No.
The most we do is like get sassy, and then we're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry, like this is
No,
what
yeah, we
happened.
feel awful.
Like, yeah,
We
sorts
own
of-
it.
yeah. Like we're just like we'll say something like, sorry, that wasn't because of you. Like I'm just like, yeah. But we don't ever fight. It's just not our thing.
No. Okay, this is a good one. Someone said, name everyone's icks about each other, but then say why you love them. Well, we all know we love each other, so we're just gonna like sig on each other real quick.
Yeah, because I feel like I can't really get icks with women, but
Yeah.
we'll sig on each other.
Yeah.
Just give us a sec.
I already know what mine are gonna be. I'm just gonna say it. My indecisiveness and how long I take to get ready.
Yes! That part.
That's good though. Like those are two things.
You're
that, like,
self-aware.
yeah, you're aware.
Also, my indecisiveness has gotten better, I have to say. But I do go through phases like where I'm like, oh no. But yeah, I do.
Yeah. And like those are things that obviously we're always like, Leanna, hurry up. Like
Right.
you know. Yeah.
I'm gonna be
you
like,
know.
oh, we can't be friends with Leanna because she does that guy. Like, it's never gonna be like that.
I've learned like to not snap when you guys are like, how much longer do you need to get ready? Because I'm like, 5 more minutes. And then I've learned to just be like 2 minutes or like 10 minutes. Like I know it's coming. Yes, because I know it's coming. Yes. I'm like, go play a new song and go dance or something. And I'll be ready.
Yes. Okay, so we all knocked out Leanna's.
I knocked out Leanna's.
Okay. I don't think you guys will have the same one that I have for Kristen. And let me just let me preface it because we're so fucking similar.
Oh yeah.
That like her stubbornness sometimes, like we don't go at it, but like we are both so persistent and so stubborn, and we clash sometimes.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way.
We're both Aries. I
Right.
feel like we need to mention that. That's a big one. We actually talked about it on the way here that we were talking about. You guys would have died. It was the most Aries conversation. I'm driving. She's next. We were like, why can't people handle fucking confrontation? And Brie was like, I don't know, dude. Like, it's so stupid. We were both so mad that like people can't handle confrontation.
Me, one of your best friends, a Virgo who can't handle confrontation.
It was such a funny Aries moment. I was like, but like Brie, you do get me. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people, obviously you guys get me, but I like not. I hate to like always bring like zodiac shit into it because I know a lot of people think it's like cringy and stuff, but it is rare to have somebody agree and like have understanding with my stubbornness.
Yeah.
And I feel like only other Aries get it. So I love it.
It's easier to like look at it from that perspective because
Right.
you have that point of view.
This couch is like swallowing me up right now.
And yeah, obviously that trait of hers is great. And I don't think it's bad because I have it too. But also like we're just stubborn. Like, I mean, when we're trying to decide to go somewhere, like we want something, it's like we're always like battling. No, our place is better. Or her, you know,
You guys have to have the last word.
Yes.
Alex and I were just like, whatever.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll like fight back. I'll like push a little bit. But yeah, you gotta have the last word.
Okay, guys. lay it
Yeah,
on
what about me?
No, lay it on me.
Oh.
Okay, I have no, because I was thinking about it and it's just a thought. It's not really an ick because like we all know Brian, right?
Oh yeah.
When Brian comes out, It's a handful, but it is one of the best. Like it's Brian is Bree's alter ego that comes out when she's drunk, and she's like a little pit bull, like, but it's also one of my favorite things because it makes for the best stories, and we can go into those if you guys want. I think if Bree's okay. Okay. But it's one of my favorite things. It's also just, it's funny. It's like, oh, fuck, Brian's coming out tonight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the only one I could think of. It's really hard for me to think of icks about you guys. That's why I just picked my own.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have them. I mean, obviously, like, I think I've already said mine about Alex. Like, when we lived together, when you were in cleaning mode, I knew not to step a fucking foot into the kitchen because I was like,
Yeah, help her get out of the way.
Yep, that's like I knew that's the only thing that I can think of. It's like our brains are just different in that way, but everyone gets in the zone, like a cleaning zone. Yeah, but yeah.
You are the zone.
Yeah, and it like that's the only thing I can really think of. We all just have different like brains. Like you're very analytical, which is great. I wish, but I'm just not that way.
Yeah,
you know, like you guys can take the planning, and Kristen and I will just be like, here are the dates that work for us.
We are similar like that. Like we are like, we need a plan, and
Yeah, I think me and you have the cleaning thing too. Like I know I could wake up at 7 a.m. and me and Brie will be like, okay, let's clean the whole house. Like
I think I'm in the middle of you and then you. Like I feel like I have like a blend of both because I will get up with you guys, but you guys will be doing the dishes and I'll just be like wiping down the table. Like I'm gonna do like the more chill chore, but I'll wake up with you.
Yeah.
Or like yesterday we were all laying outside tanning. And Alex and Brie are just like, you know, they're damn near asleep in the sun. And Leanna and I both have ADHD. And we're like, I'm bored, dude. Like, how do people just sit in the sun like this? Mind you, we're sober at this point. We were just like, I'm bored. Like, we wanted to tan, but I just couldn't sit there. Like, I can't sit still. So I like having Leanna for that reason.
And then when I resituated, I was able to like, oh, okay, this is kind of nice.
For like 5
20,
minutes.
Yeah, like 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
And that's like me flipping over because I'm like,
I'm like a rotisserie chicken.
Yes,
I just like keep fidgeting.
Have to move.
Even like you guys can see if you're on visual right now, this whole episode I'm fidgeting. I can never sit still. Can't get comfy.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah. No, I had the same thought and I'd be like, Kristen, what
What
are you thinking about?
around? Yeah. No, we literally were like, what are you thinking about right now?
Yeah. Because my brain just won't shut up.
Pretty similar to like what we've been all of our lives too. Like even our first conversation when we met was like, so what are you eating for lunch? Like not much has changed.
We talked about our snacks and our pets at home.
That's it. That's so what we talk about.
At a beanbag chair. When we were supposed to be like reading.
No, yeah, it was silent reading time.
Like,
yep. Whatever. Wait, should we say how we all met?
Oh yeah,
That's like a good thing here. I don't remember meeting Alex.
yeah,
as you guys know.
you guys. I think I've.
I don't remember shit.
Do you know how I met you? Okay, so I remember I've told this a couple times, but if this is your first time listening with us four, obviously, I was walking around Hidden Valley, you know, the square. I was walking the square by myself, and it was you three and Jenna. And I remember thinking like you two were like close together, and then you and Jenna were like right in front of them. And I thought you guys were like the cutest friend of four group. And I remember walking around. It was like one of my first days at Hidden Valley after I moved from Vallejo. And I was walking and I saw you guys. And I remember thinking like, wow, I like hope I find a friend group like that. Because you guys were so close knit. And then, yeah, I swooped in. I yeeted.
I remember that. And then we would play Cheetah Girls on the playground. I remember vividly standing on those little poles where they like wiggle.
Oh yeah, the island.
And we would like be the cheetah girl. We'd be like, which one are you this week?
Purple.
Yeah. And we would switch off.
Wow, it's sad. I remember none of this.
Yeah. Maybe it'll come back.
I remember such small bits and pieces. Like I feel like that was a what do they call those? That was definitely a core memory for me because it quite literally like shaped the rest of my life. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't remember a lot from at least middle school. I don't remember a lot. Yeah. Me and you got really close in Mr. Squires' class. Yes, Mr. Squires.
We had. Do you remember our names that we made up with each other? Penelope and
I even
Beatrice.
remember this. Yeah. I even remember that.
Penelope and Beatrice. We were like, what name should we say that our names are? We were on a field trip. And we went to like some museum or something.
Exploratorium, didn't
Yes.
we? Yeah.
And we were like, let's make fake names.
You probably put your name on it.
Yes.
That was the best.
You were Penelope and I was Beatrice, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Tracks.
So, and then I met Brie, right? Damn near.
I remember, Brie, I met you at Rebels tryouts. It was my very first year. It was, tryouts were on my birthday. So it was March 28th, 2006.
Oh my God.
I only know that because it's my fucking birthday. And I obviously knew you,
Right.
and I remember I met you, and I was like, whoa, or no, I guess it was 2005.
Well, yeah,
Sorry, it was
wait,
2005. Yeah. 10, 9. It was my 10th birthday.
Because we were still in 5th
Because I remember I was like double digits. My mom was like, you can try out for cheer.
Are you sure it was 5th?
Hmm?
I feel like we went like 2nd or 3rd grade.
We didn't we went to the same school, but no. I don't think we ever like talked though.
3rd grade.
Because I met her in 3rd grade. There's no way
But we were all.
I remember being in Miss Vance's class. She was my teacher. 3rd grade.
I had Sullivan.
Yes, we had Sullivan and Vance was on the other side.
I was like, Sullivan was by the playground.
Mm-hmm.
Vance was like that hallway over.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. Ah.
Well, I guess. Well, we didn't start
close.
we didn't start our friendship until Rebels. That I know for a fact. Like we
close
never
friendship.
nothing, and then met you through Rebels, and then obviously cheer brought everybody closer. But like I don't have any memories with you younger than that. Yeah. No.
I just have the Cheetah Girls with all of us.
And then
Did I play?
Yeah.
Remember that?
in
Cheetah Girl, Cheetah Sisters?
in high school we got a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we had Earth Science together, and Brie and I were partners on a project, and we had to go get rocks, and we drove up to the top of Mount Diablo.
We were listening to Skrillex.
It was like we just got like
Bangarang. Wow. Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites for sure.
Wait,
The only Skrillex song that like anyone from the East Bay ever listened to.
yeah. We brought like a shoebox. We just like threw rocks in it, and we had to bring it home and like talk about the sediments and like scrape it with a needle and like snort it. I don't even fucking know what we did. We did well though. It was a good class. We were so smart and hot.
Teacher liked us. Mr. Aiello.
Aw, that's a cute name.
Yeah, make me see.
I met Brie in kindergarten, and we were best friends immediately. We were twins, even though don't look like a twin day. We were like, oh, let's go to Old Navy and get matching outfits.
The blue and white bucket hats. Yeah.
Yep. Damn, I wish I still had that. I damn near, my mom probably does, or it's just in a box with all my other shit that she keeps, which I'm grateful for. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's just, I know it's sitting somewhere. And then I remember meeting Alex on the blacktop, and then Kristen I met at the beanbag chairs, 3rd grade.
That's my most vivid.
Yeah.
Everything else is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. No, I have very like PC memories when it comes to like younger years, but certain things just for some reason stick. Remember Alex's dance
birthday.
party in our garage, and we were all twerking.
We were like 8.
Yeah. I think it was my I think it was my 12th birthday, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7th grade.
Yeah. So it was my 12th birthday, and I threw a dance party in my garage, and we all swam that day. So we were wearing our bathing suits, and then we got matching neon orange basketball shorts so our asses could shake when we were dancing, which is so crazy.
And we also took pictures in the mall.
Oh yeah.
Remember
Oh
that?
my god.
Yes.
Yeah, those are
God,
crazy.
iconic.
It was like pure JC Penney.
We went to Claire's before. Tried on some earrings.
Yeah, I threw a rager. Someone's someone's shit got stolen.
Right.
I got jacked.
Hella 7-Up.
Yeah.
Raging.
We had a sugar high for sure.
And my parents party, so they had their friends over, and they were all in the house and like doing their thing while we were all in the garage like playing hella loud music, grinding. Come on, Rhonda, how'd you let that happen?
How did Norm let that happen?
Yeah.
Next question. I really like this. If y'all met today, would y'all still be friends?
I think so.
Think so?
100%. 100%. Yeah, we'd vibe.
That one's really hard to wrap my head around what it would even be like if we weren't friends. So I don't know.
Like, I probably wouldn't be the same person.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
instead of moving to their hometown, I was almost going to move to Sacramento.
yo,
I would be a different person.
You lived in Sac for a minute.
Yeah, I lived in Sacramento for 2 years, and then I came back. But I like went
Thank God.
kindergarten. Yeah, well, and I made friends, and then I was like, ugh, I miss them.
would have crossed paths.
Oh my God, I wonder. I had a little friend. I was a tomboy back then, like tomboy. But then the next day I'd wear like a JLo sweat outfit. Very confusing.
With like what are now like the Cartier glasses, you know?
Yes.
Styling.
Yeah. But I think we would. It's one of those things like where I put myself into a situation where I've met someone that's become friends with us, and we've instantly been like, oh my God, they're dope. and we click with them or we vibe with them, it's like,
I think it'd be fun to kind of go in like off that same note. We should go into how we were all different growing up. Like Brie was the like Barbie girl, like Juicy Couture queen. I think we should go into like how we were all different.
Oh, really?
Come on, Brie.
she was doing her nails like so good in fifth
Yeah.
grade. Remember, she was always good at nails.
Yeah.
Always good at nails. She dyed my hair. Like she was good at that. You were a beauty queen.
You were always like the friend who you taught me what face moisturizer was. Like I didn't even know that was something you did. Cause like my mom's not a girly girl. So like I didn't grow up around that. But like your mom's a girly girl. So you like knew what that was.
Yeah, you were the makeup. Like you got me into makeup.
Here's the thing, though. My mom didn't teach me any of that stuff. Like, yeah, I
That
think
was just you.
two
Yeah.
and me. Yeah, yeah. Maybe my sister. I can't remember.
Yeah, your sister too.
Totally.
Having an older sister definitely like factors into that. Like where you're like, oh my God, I want to be like her. She wears makeup. She goes to Victoria's Secret. and
Not
gets-
me.
No, you got that. I was gonna say you're the scene girl.
Yeah.
and you got that from Monica.
Exactly. Like, yes, I did do what Monica did, but I grew up like I was just like a dirt kid. Like I was barefoot in the dirt. We were camping all the time. Like I wouldn't necessarily say I was like a tomboy, but I was doing tomboy shit. I was
Right.
like riding quads and literally like grabbing lizards by the back of their necks and stuff.
Breaking their necks.
And,
I don't know.
And then Monica was like very like edgy, emo scene, like into all that music. And then when I turned like 11 years old, I went right into that. And then I was scene up until I was like 16.
Right.
And yeah. And then even after that, I feel like I still was a little like dark hair, like kind of grungy. And then I got my first highlights junior year. And then I was like, oh my God. Beach girl. I'm a beach girl now.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like I didn't know you guys when I was a tomboy because I grew out of that phase so quickly. I don't know. I say I was a girly girl too.
I feel like we talked on the phone a lot because I remember like Roman, right? Your neighbor.
Yes.
Like we totally,
No,
yeah,
he
we
was
all
one
kept
of-
in touch, and I
Yes.
realize that now.
And you would come to my birthday parties
Yeah.
too. Like I would always invite everyone. I had a best friend, Roman. Actually, yes. Well, that was a different Roman. But yes, I was thinking about him. I had another friend named Roman and like Brady and Kayla. And those are like my friend group out there. But we did talk.
I remember being. I feel like it was when you lived there, and we made your mom take us to get babes, and she was driving us around. But that was there, right? Yes. Yeah, golden. Actually, they probably weren't babes.
No,
Not
babe.
babes.
No.
Yeah, babes.
Yeah.
BAPE.
The jacket's the zip in the
the
front.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think growing up, I was a girly girl. Alex was the smart kid. Like
yeah,
she
her
was the smart,
handwriting?
pretty girl. You know? The ponytail. Like it just, you just knew she was smart.
Thanks. I just looked smart. Yeah, I was. I did like focus on school. Like I was always like you guys would go out and like do fun things, and I just like loved going home and doing homework.
My mom, whenever I was grounded, I have to come home after school. You're grounded, whatever. But if I said, "Can I go to Alex's?" Go ahead, because she knew I was about to get all my extra credit done.
Yeah.
Like, literally
Yeah.
walk out of there with an A+.
Because like that was the thing. If you guys knew you wanted to hang out like after school, you knew we had to get our homework done.
But on the other hand, our after school sessions.
Oh, yeah.
We would fake. I was in a fake fight, but like we weren't mad at
We
each
would
other.
wrestle.
We would just wrestle for fun. It
No,
was
my mom would walk in and be
weird.
like, "Are you guys wrestling again?"
Yeah, we'd have scratches like all over us.
We would wrestle or we would play golf 4
or we would rearrange your room.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like make you help me rearrange
Yeah.
my room. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember we would just eat snacks. Like we haven't changed. Like we were snackers. We'd walk to the corner store. Like we would just like get Slurpees and eat fucking
And watch
snacks.
Vines when we were a little
Well,
older.
yeah, a little bit older, but
like-
like as kids, even like it
Yes.
was just snacks.
Snackers.
That's all we did.
Yeah, we're snackers.
I knew that if like I was looking for a thrill, I would hit up Kristen because I knew we'd either sneak out
Yeah.
or we would like stay late at a boy's house. Like that was, you were like the friend who I knew I was just going to get into like innocent trouble with.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're sneaking out for sure with me.
We all got into some shit. I feel like Brie and I, our story is like one time we walked to a diner and
10.
we were 10.
10 years old.
Walked to a diner, had some breakfast, and we're like, I don't want to walk back. So we called a taxi at 10.
In the suburbs.
And my mom like found the business card for the cab. I don't know why we just left it there. But now thinking about this it's like, what's safer? What are you mad about? Us walking or taking a cab?
Right.
But she was mad about the cab. But she found the card when we were at the mall alone, walking again. Like, how could you be mad at it?
I know.
And then drop us off at the mall. Like, what?
Yeah, so we got into some trouble. You know, I'm trying to
stole a car.
Car, all ages. When was the first time we stole a car?
We were like
not
13.
like stole
No,
a
yeah,
car,
yeah,
but
yeah,
like took our sisters and like our parents. Yeah.
It was your house first.
Are you
and
sure?
more.
I thought it was Santos Ranch.
Oh,
Gina's car,
maybe you're right.
When we backed into a tree.
So my sister's car was parked in the driveway. I remember this day so vividly. It was parked in the driveway. No one was home. Like even my sister was out of town.
Put on all her clothes. We had on our hats. Like
yes, we
wanted
dressed
to
up
be Gina.
as my sister, and we got in the car, and there was these boys like chasing us around the neighborhood, and I wanted to show off. And I put it in reverse, and I was like, and I backed up onto the curb, and I broke a tiny little, like the trees that are like that big, broke it in half, and we're like my adrenaline was going, and we're like, oh my God. And like, we parked the car in the driveway, the same spot.
no
ran into
scratch
the
on the
house.
car.
Nothing. My mom's like, what happened to the tree outside? I was like, the boys outside were like messing with it. They must have broke it. Straight up told a lie. I told my parents finally when I was like 18 and they were cracking up. But we did it at her house
We
too.
also used to make fake parking tickets for people that would park in front of our house. We'd like ticket them. Like, you can't park here. This is our spot.
We did some fucked up shit. I don't know why. No, tell her about the neighbor.
My neighbor?
Yes.
Well, before that, I
Yeah.
used to like be home alone. My parents and my family and my sister, they'd go out to dinner. They'd be like, Bree, do you want to come? And I'm like, no, I don't really feel very good. And I would stay home and like go to Pete's. I'd drive myself to like Pete's Coffee.
Pete's Coffee.
Yeah. And I'd get like hot chocolate.
if you know,
And one
you
time
know.
my parents came home. I'm an idiot. I threw it in the kitchen garbage. Like, where'd you get this?
This
I
is
had to come
before
clean.
Postmates and Uber and everything, by the way.
No, this is when I lived on Moore Lane. I was literally like 12 years old. Yeah.
Driving yourself to
I
Pete's
put
to get
phone
coffee.
books. It was my dad's SUV because they would always take my mom's car out. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I would be sitting on phone books driving.
Sitting on phone books.
Mind you, I was like 50 pounds up until like 5th grade. Probably a solid like 4 or 5.
And then one day we were home alone. We took the Trailblazer again, and we were just driving up and down the street, whatever. We see her mean neighbor. She had one really nice neighbor and one really mean one. And we see her like storming outside of her house. We're like, oh fuck, we need to park.
No,
this
we
car.
had parked and we see her like peeking through the windows. So we jump into like the back of the car
hiding.
and she's just storming to us and she's like, go inside and eat your pizza.
Yeah,
But then
I know you guys.
The next morning, my sister had a soccer tournament. You got picked up early. And my mom was in the garage or whatever, just like waiting for us to come outside. And the neighbor, I walk out and the neighbor is talking to my mom and she goes, it was that one. Because my
Tattletale.
sister, my mom assumed that it was my sister that was driving. That would have been all right. Like she was 15, 16 at that time almost. But no, she tattled on me.
She's a tattletale.
I was busted.
I'm trying to think of any stories that we all got into like.
I feel like collectively, our parents like just trusted us all together. And
Right.
like, we didn't get in trouble.
I remember one. It was in high school. It was just us, though. I don't remember the order of it, but I remember I had to drive Taylor's car. I had to drive Taylor's car because they was drinking, and then I got in trouble for driving the fucking car underage without a license when I was just trying to keep my drunk friends safe.
Like you with the law? Like did you get pulled?
I was
like
finally
parents
just like,
were
you know what,
mad?
I'm just going to call my mom. Like, let's not do this. I'm going to call my mom. So my mom met us at Virginia Hills Safeway. And Taylor was blacked. Mind you, my mom just got a new car because I totaled her other car. So she picks us all up and Taylor throws up in the backseat of her car.
Oh no, and that shit stays when you throw up in
Yeah.
a car.
I don't think we were in trouble though. She was actually like pretty happy that I called her.
I think I'll have to double check with my mom, but I think she called my mom and was just upset that like I drove without a license. Like,
Yeah.
I think she was just heightened by the whole situation, and like they were like, "Her, their safety, blah blah." And I just remember my mom was even like, "Don't worry, you're not in trouble with me. Like, you did do what you needed to do."
Yeah.
But like, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like as the four of us, especially me, like I didn't go to like the high school parties that you guys went to. Oh yeah, Bree threw a high school party. Junior year.
No, because I didn't have my license yet.
Okay, yeah,
I
so it
was
was the
like-
beginning of junior.
Yeah.
Beginning of junior year. Was it summer? No, we were in school. I was on the aux and my iPhone got stolen. Or no, it was my
Your iPod Touch.
my iPod Touch. So I was like already having a shit night. So me and my boyfriend were up in like your spare room and like we were kind of fooling around. I think I was giving him a good. No, we were upstairs. The garage was under us. Yeah. We were in the spare room upstairs. I was probably giving him a BJ or something. And all of a sudden we hear first of all, it's a pretty fat party. Like there's a lot of people there. And all of a sudden we hear the garage door opening. And I like look up and I look at my boyfriend and I'm like, oh my God, the garage door is opening. Like I think her parents are home and your parents weren't supposed to come home.
They're supposed to go to a concert.
Yeah. So I don't know if I like go out and like tell someone, but you should tell what you saw when. Did you see Les walk in?
Yeah. So lo and behold, it was her parents. They had come home early because your mom wasn't feeling well. And everybody's just like, fuck, like scrambling. Like if you've been to a party and a cop comes, like it was that same feeling of like literally the cops were there, but it was parents and everybody's scrambling, grabbing alcohol, hopping fences, doing what they have to do to get the fuck out of there. They walk in, Brianna! Bree, should I spare any details? No. Bree walks out, Iron Maiden shirt.
No pants.
She was in the bathroom. She wasn't feeling well. I think you were just like chilling, like probably just getting away from the party with your boyfriend at the time. So you guys walk out and she's at the top. You had about 8 stairs. It was like, she had like you walk through the door and then to the left, it was like 8 stairs up to like a double level, whatever. And she's at the top of the stairs. What? Just like haggard, like your parents knew right away. Get the fuck out, kicks everybody out. We ended up, did you stay there that night too?
Yeah.
We ended up staying there that night with Bree, and Bree had gotten sick and it was on her duvet cover. So like we're 16.
Yeah.
We thought you put
wash the whole duvet.
Yeah, like there's throw up on it.
Wait, no, but there was one part. I think I was standing like in the hallway and your dad was walking up the stairs and I think you were at his door because if you walk up the stairs, on the right, right? Yeah. So you were standing there and I remember he was like scolding you and you were like, stop yelling at me, I'm fucking drunk.
As if that's a reason to not yell at me.
Right. And you're like, I can't take this right now, I'm hammered. And you like storm out, damn near close his bedroom door on his face. It was bad. But the next day, you didn't remember anything, right?
Fully blacked out. They didn't sleep in my bed with me because I was throwing up everywhere. So I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, like what happened last night? And I had to find them.
You're all mad because we had put your duvet. You're like, guys, you can't put a duvet in the washer.
It burned. Like rolling in the dryer, whatever. It was that gray and white one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a paisley.
And then was Tanner asleep he fell asleep in the laundry room, right?
No, one of our friends, Sean, passed out.
Oh.
Literally passed out in the garage on the floor. So my parents pulled in. He was just there. And my dad was like, what are you doing? Sean goes, who the fuck are you? Yeah. And my parents went in his his bag, his pocket, whatever. Found his phone, called his dad to pick him up.
He was a cop.
Yeah.
He was a cop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, I used to go to religious education with Sean. Yeah.
Oh God, we used to get into some shit.
Yeah.
Remember Bree's voicemail on her flip up phone? Rebels.
No shot.
I swear. I wish I could.
Cheer was life.
Cheer
was life, bro.
I wish I still had it. I remember that phone.
It had a pink case on it.
Mm-hmm. God, and then the MVs, little flip ups, little keyboard. But no, I remember your OG flip up with the REBELS voicemail.
Me too. Yeah, you guys were the Verizon girls. We were the AT&T girls.
Yeah, always.
Nostalgia's just
I feel like we
through
can
the veins right now.
We can sit here and reminisce all day. And we do. Like when we all get together, we retell these stories all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, I feel like we should sit here and like literally record just our day one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should.
Just for the memes, even if it goes nowhere.
Also, we were talking about like it would be fun to see like one shirt, one pair of pants, and how we all would style it differently.
Right. Yeah. Our styles
that
are
would be
so
so
fucking
cool.
different. Yeah.
That'd be a cool thing to experiment with.
Yeah. I feel like all the time we express gratitude because we are really lucky that we found each other very early in life. But I feel like this kind of friendship, don't get discouraged if you don't have this from childhood. Sorry. Because if you nurture it correctly and like you just find the right people, you could very easily have this close of a relationship at any stage of life. Like my mom has met friends at the age she's at now that like are going to be friends forever. And like Kaya, like she came into our life later in life and like she's going to be here forever. These people can enter your life at any stage. Like I said, we just got really lucky that we landed in each other's lives really early. So don't let that discourage you.
Also, like the duration of the friendship does not matter. Like thankfully we have those years. The duration doesn't matter. Like you could meet someone and know them for 5 minutes and be like, wow, like soul connection, like whatever that is. The timing doesn't matter, but it is, I am grateful that we've been friends for 20 years to do math. But that is not, that shouldn't be a factor in like the way that you are grateful for your friendships. Like the time doesn't matter.
No, it's similar to like actual relationships. Like just because you've been with someone for 10 years, it doesn't mean it's the greatest love necessarily. So like what is it, quality over quantity really does apply to like time and connections with other humans.
100%.
So yeah, we just wanted to leave you with that. We are so grateful to be able to make an episode like this with our best friends in the whole wide world. You guys see Alex and I every fucking day, but these two women are
they're
half of us.
Like, every time we go somewhere and like people meet us and we say, oh, we've been friends since we were in elementary school, we always make it a point to be like, but there's four of us.
More. Yeah, we're always like,
there's two more. We're on every corner of the United States, but there's four of us, and we always like hit that home.
Yeah, no, I feel like we're like the Golden Girls or something.
Yeah, I can't wait to that's one thing we didn't really talk about, but like we also talk about so often our like futures together and like how we're gonna fully grow old together and how our kids are gonna be best friends. And
I remember thinking as teens, I mean, as I've told you guys before, like I've always looked forward to the age of 28 and I'm 28 now. And like I've looked forward to this with you guys and now we're fucking doing it.
Right.
Like it's your golden year.
Yeah.
My golden year. Woo. Even when we were rolling up, I was like, damn, like this is adult life. This is like, we did this with adult money.
Yep.
Like adult money, but with kid mindsets is like the perfect blend of
life. And your childhood best friends.
Exactly. Like I think we have these kid mindsets because we are still with our friends that were friends when we were kids.
Yep.
Like you guys bring out youth in me and we bring out youth in each other. Cause that's how I see you guys. I still see little baby Bree, little Leanna. Like I feel like I still see your fucking purple glasses. Like you guys are still kids to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my highlights. Fuck.
Mine is your tints.
Yeah. No, that's the one thing that changes my knockers.
Yeah.
Alex's boobs came out of nowhere and knocked everyone away because she was always the one that was flat chested. Not a big deal, not a problem. But she would like, like the last one, all of a sudden, boom. Like, and I'm talking boom.
Yeah. Like last day of school, 3 months,
boom. I'm done. No, I was saying Leanna always had Leanna's a good amount older than us. You're what, 6 months older than us, which is you're a full year older than me. Because you're October. Yeah. She's a full year older than me. So I was kind of like looked up to you and you always had like a woman body first. And then I came in 7th grade and I was like, Leanna, I'm coming for your neck.
Yeah. My boobs went away because now they're just like whatever. And Alex's, I'm like,
took them.
Yeah, she literally. She took them.
Wait, no, why did I just like come in and I just stole you guys as friends and I also stole your tits?
That bitch.
I know what I want.
Meanwhile, I've had the exact same body since 07.
No, you kind of always had hips.
I always had hips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always had a pooper.
I had a pooper.
You always got a pooper on you. Yeah. You've always had such an like athletic body. Like you look like you could fight.
I'd say.
Yes, 100%. Bree was doing back handsprings in like 5th grade.
Yeah.
And she was just always like athletic.
Yes. Push-up competitions.
Yes, definitely. I had a big butt. That's it.
Yeah.
We had
J-Lo booty.
J-Lo booty.
Yeah.
We went to Cabo a couple years ago and Bree, there's a video of Bree 2 years ago. There's a video of Bree, Brian. at Squid Row. If you don't know, if you've been to Cabo, Squid Row is just like the trashiest big ass bar that everyone goes to. And Brie challenged a guy to pull up competitions in the bar.
Like on like the chain link fence, like, you know? Yeah.
And I'm sure you won.
I'm sure.
I'm sure you beat him.
Same night, slapped a cactus, punched a cement wall.
That's what I was gonna say. I wasn't even there, but I saw the video of Brie punching a cactus, and I still think about it. I do.
The reason you punched the cactus though is because it was lined with lights, and you wanted the lights, and you couldn't take them off because it was wrapped around the tree. So you got frustrated, and you're like, man, just like slap the cactus. I was like, Brie, no. You go, ow.
It's the look in the eyes.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
when
how I
Brian
know
does
it's
that.
Brian.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna slap the cactus. I'm like, that's Brian.
Oh God.
See, we could just keep going and going.
We could keep going.
But we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like we said, these girls are such a big part of us, and we're with them this weekend, and we were like, no.
It's fun to share with you guys.
Even if only our moms watch this fucking episode, I want this episode to look back on. That's how I feel about this podcast as a whole. Like, we document our lives. These girls are part of our lives. So you guys get a little cut of it today. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can rate us 5 stars, which helps us out a whole lot. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications and comment down below. What's your favorite memory with your best friend? Who, now that you kind of have our personalities, who do you identify with?
Yes.
Pick your fighter. Pick your fighter.
Choose your fighter.
Like who are you in the group right now?
And then for Patreon,
Yes.
I don't know. Let's keep the conversation going.
We won't be with Brie and Leanna, but
Yeah,
we can
so-
still keep. I mean, we'll talk about friend shit, till the day we
Right.
die,
And then
so.
like now that you have more context of like who we are, feel free to ask us any questions and we can answer.
And as always, Patreon, if you don't know something to say about the episode, you can always just send in general questions that you just need help with. And it's always just an open advice column if you guys ever want. And if you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? We do have a Patreon. We have 3 level tiers on it. You can go check them out, patreon.com/Oddvice podcast, and a lot of really fun perks there and additional episodes every week.
Yes. All right. Have a good rest of your weekend.
Happy Monday or whatever day
week.
you're listening to this.
We're going to have a good weekend.
Yeah, it's literally
You guys have a
Saturday.
good week.
All right, love you guys so much. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.